surface they talk about in terms of conditions in Peru over the hundreds and hundreds of years, well, there weren't any cars running around a couple hundred years ago, and they were still getting El Nino effects. So what is it really? And if you think about heat hitting the surface of the oceans from the sun, most of the energy is reflected. Very little absorbed into the ocean itself, and when it is, it stays on the surface, because as soon as you drop a foot or two below the surface, temperatures start dropping dramatically. Right. And then if you look at the satellite images of an El Nino, they have a hot spot, and then they radiate out like a plume, right? And you remember these images where they have the red and the yellow and the green, and it radiates out like a plume. Well, to me, what I would look at is the...
Another minute? Hey, there she is. Okay, we're waiting about 30 seconds to start the video.
I'm generally the one always late.
Thank you. And Sean. Okay, we're all here now.
Big's gone too. No, no.
Okay. You're going to cue me, Ted?
How are you, St. Nick? What's going on?
We're rolling. Okay. Welcome to the 2012 panel discussion, Ancient Prophecy, Modern Prediction. My name is Betty Binder, and I will be moderating this afternoon's panel. You're going to have an opportunity to hear some outstanding speakers, and in the last hour or so, you'll have an opportunity to ask questions. What do ancient wisdom and modern science predict will happen in 2012? Will violent earth changes, technological and political manipulation, and economic collapse overwhelm this planet? Or will scientific advancement, space travel, rediscovery of ancient lost civilizations, and a new era of elevated spiritual consciousness be realized? Today, we have the opportunity to learn about our future from scientists, prophets, and students of esoteric traditions. We have a very wide variety of backgrounds on this panel today, and it will be my pleasure to introduce each of these speakers. We're going to start first with Dr. Dana Dunn, an old friend from more than one lifetime. I work in past life regression work, in case you're not aware of that, and that's what that comment was about. Dana is an expert in shamanic traditions. She's an astrologer in the esoteric meanings of 2012 and Venus rising, which will be in June of 2012. We have a lot to learn from her today, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dana Dunn.
Thank you, Betty. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2012 panel, Ancient Prophecy, Modern Prediction. You can't hear me back there? Okay. Okay. You let me know when you can hear me. Down. You can tell I haven't been a mic person in a past life.
Can you hear at the back of the room? Is there anybody? Good. Okay. Go ahead, Dana. Use the mic.
All right. Can you hear me now? I'm not with Verizon. Thank you, Darian. Okay, my name is Dana Dunn. I am a professional intuitive and a licensed astrologer. However, though, today, for a brief period, I am going to act as an ancient astronomer priestess and an oracle looking into our past and our future.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah. What makes 2012 so special? In order to answer this question, it required me to among the ancient ruins of the Mayans and other great civilizations, using modern resources in addition, like those of NASA's website and the History Channel, Decoding the Past, Mayan Doomsday Prophecy. That is a video worth watching. I had to understand why 2012 was so special and why the Mayans and other ancient cultures looked to the stars for these answers. What I found was astonishing. The Mayans were meticulous astronomers and record keepers. At Chichen Itza, I discovered that on the vernal equinox, a great serpent descends from heaven to earth. The serpent is called in honor of the great Mayan god Kukulkan. According to the Mayan Dresden codices, he is said to return in the year 2012. In other cultures, astrologically, 2012 is the year of the dragon. So we have evidence that the serpent/dragon will play a valuable role in 2012. Snakes and dragons have long been associated to wisdom, enlightenment, power, rebirth, shedding the old to begin anew. All over the world there are snakes carved in stone, and almost every ancient religious site, including the Vatican and in the caves. A recent find was in Botswana and is believed to be the oldest site, dating the artifact to be 70,000 years old. Moving forward, however, the Mayan also predicted other unusual events for 2012 in the form of rare cosmic astronomical alignments. One rare alignment occurs on winter solstice, December 21st, 2012, when the solstice sun will be aligning with the center of the Milky Way. At this same time, the Earth completes a wobble around the axis known as the precession. By completing this 26,000-year precession, it changes our planet's angular orientation within the galaxy. This event occurs only once every 26,000 years, so all of us in this room today will hopefully be here to witness this great and rare event. According to the Mayan, the sun's alignment to the Milky Way is known as the sun entering the dark rift, the cave, or the underworld. Prior to this alignment, in 2009, Venus will complete her great cycle of 7 consecutive years of 7 consecutive 40-year cycles. Many ancient societies believe this to be a time when the great oracle speaks, or the light of the divine Shekinah speaks to all the original oracle centers around the globe. Will be there to receive the message that this heavenly oracle speaks to the inhabitants of Earth. According to the Mayans, we presently are in the current Ketam 4. That began in 1993 and ends in 2012. It predicts, and I quote, "During this period, according to Shalom Balaam, who was a Mayan priest who wrote the predictions, the supreme deity will return to Earth and herald in the start of a new age. It is a Ketan of remembering, a time of scarcity." Ketan 2 cycles in after 2012. Its message reads, and I quote, "For half there will be food, for others misfortunes, a time of the end of the word of God, a time for uniting for a cause." So these are the predictions from the past. Now I will give my modern predictions using the knowledge of the Mayans and my awareness to remember. I feel that the message sent from on high is one which requires us to change. It appears convenience at any cost, along and greed seem to rule the day. Some ancient schools of thought believe the serpent is a warning. So the message I channeled is this: we should have been reflective and learned from the past lessons. What have we learned from our own history, our own reflection? Have we become so arrogant to be narcissistic? History, as the Mayans would say, repeats itself in cycles. Perhaps the Mayans are asking us to remember that the keys to our future lie in our past. Like Atlantis with her advanced technology, she also brought about her demise. They too had great knowledge, technology, and power. We presently have reached the same ability. Have we learned from our past that technology without consideration and consciousness leads to destruction and demise? Many other great civilizations were also accomplished. They too lie in ruin, either by their own hand or by the hands of greed and power. Earth is preparing her children for a new beginning, a new birth of a new era, preparing for of Aquarius, which will bring with her all the Aquarian attributes of consciousness and rebellion. There can be no birth, no new beginning without preparation, without cleansing and change. As we are already seeing, there will be further cycles of climatic weather changes, more tectonic activity, earthquakes and volcanic. Our world began in a spontaneous moment of creative expression, whether it be by the hand of a divine creator or the Big Bang. This creative expression had a desire to stand alone, to be a part of a greater whole, yet unique, individual, independent, alive, but not separate, still part of a greater whole. Yet intolerance and further isolation have become part of the tyranny. The I am has become the I am more special and more important than anything or anyone else. Me first attitudes have led us into greater separatism. We have become lazy, arrogant. We have become complacent. Let's